So yesterday we have seen that standard controller and extension controller for standard controller, standard list controller, standard set controller. Okay, let's see today about custom controllers and custom controller extensions. Okay. Okay. So for standard controllers and standard list controllers, we have not created any Apex classes. But for extending them, we have created the extension controllers. The same way, but in the custom controllers, we have to customize our logic for entire Visual Force page. Okay. Let's say if I want to create a contact or account through the Visual Force page without using the standard controllers, then I'll go for the custom controller. Okay. So let's create one Apex class called as create account controller. Okay. When you are writing the custom controller, first you need to declare the variables as well as constructors and methods, same as the Apex class. So let's say I have, so when I need to create an account, I should have the account variable. Okay, account ACC. Then we should use set and get because we are using these in the Visual Force page, right? So, and we need one constructor as well because yesterday we have seen that fan. Just a second. Okay, so here you should write the public constructor, public, and then constructor. So till now you have seen that parameterized constructors only for extensions, but here we don't need anything. We just need that account will be null by default, so that if it is null, we are creating one object equals to just new account. Nothing will be paused. And once it is done, you have to create your own method to perform the DML operations. Let's say I need save, so that what I am trying to do is its reference save record. I'm giving my own method name. Okay. Now here what I'm trying to do is insert ACC and return new page reference of slash acc.id. So this is what we have written for the extension controller in yesterday, right? The same you have written, but the method is different. So on the custom controllers, you can create your own methods and you can give your own names. No need to worry about. Now let's create one Visual Force page. Create account. Here you should use controller. Okay, controller. What is the controller you are going to use? One Visual Force page should have only one custom controller or one standard controller, not more than one. Okay, but extension controllers you can have multiple. You can have any number of extension controllers. Then here I am using that Here you can give title or something else also. Page block title is account information. I am giving that. Okay. In this one, I am giving that. Let's say account name. We know apex colon input field. Okay. So if you give that input field, you should give value equals to. Just now we use the variable. So till now we use that account dot first name or account dot last name like that. Just to open the Visual Force anyone. Welcome, Mike. See here. We have given that like that contact dot last name, contact dot first name for the standard controllers, right? But for the custom controllers, you have created your own variable, right? So you should create your own variable. You should not use the standard thing because it's a custom controller. Okay, so that you should use this variable in the Visual Force page. It means ACC dot name. Okay, and then same way you can give any number of variables. Account name and then email you can give like this, apex colon input field value equals to acc dot email double underscore c. Okay, you can give any number of variables as per your requirement. You can use phone as well. And finally you can create your text. See, we have page block buttons, right? Just see that page block button means when you try to create a new button, the save button, save and new, cancel button came at the starting of the page as well as at the ending of the page, right? So those are called page block buttons. Whatever the buttons you have given here inside the page block buttons, okay, command button here, action equals to whatever the method you have declared on that one. What are the method we have? Save record. And label equals to, or let's say value equals to save account. Okay, so now you can create account. It means you should use this apex slash create account. It opened like this. Okay, now you can give that f account save account. As we have given in the program itself, once the record is inserted, go to that record detail page, right? If you return null, it comes to the same page again to create the different, okay? And just try that as well. You should not have two return statements, only one return statement at the end of the method. After return, you cannot write anything, okay? Let me create again apex colon vf account 2. Save. So account is created, but it is in the same page, right? We don't know whether the account is created or not. If you want to see that, you just go here and the account is created, right? But on this one, it's on the same page, we don't have any message, right? So what we can do is just create one message, like as one more variable called public string message set colon get. So what are the variables you are using here? This messages should be here. You can just use transient. Once the record is created, set this message as account has been created. Okay, now let's put these here. Okay, like as h1 and font color equals to red. Then here we can use okay, this is the just syntax we are using. See, if you are using account dot name, we use the same syntax, but inside that we just use it account dot name because it is in the name field is in the account, so that we use account dot name. Here we don't need any other it's not child to any other, so this message is independent, so we use that just message. Okay, now let's create three. Just save. Account has been created, but color has not come, right? COLOR. Let's create 4. Save. Refresh your page. Okay, so we have changed it, right? Four. Save. Okay, it comes like that. So when you want to return some message, use the some variables. Clear? Any doubts on this? If you want to override this custom controller, then you can use a different thing. Okay, let's use one small thing. My requirement. These are advanced examples. Okay, my requirement is creating a search form. Okay, I will give the email or phone. Okay, I'll click on search button. The form should be like this. Okay, here the form is, here itself account name, okay, or account email. I can give any one of that. So here it is R. Then here I have button called search. Okay, then when I click on the search, if there are any records, it show in the this page. Okay, this is my requirement, just searching. Okay, let's develop that page. Now for that we need controller, because it's a customization, so we can't achieve this functionality using the standard controllers, right? For that we should use this custom controllers. That's why we are creating account search controller. Okay, in this account search controller, for searching, see here we have two variables. We should have two variables, right? So that what we have to use, public string acc name set and get, this is one, and one more thing is public string acc email set and get. Okay, once it is done, we should use the controller should be there. If you don't give also, there is no issues. Okay, and once this searched, we should display the list of accounts here, right? So that for storing them we should have the list of accounts, public list of account. Set and get. Okay, and so now let's see that I'm giving just the constructor public, because we have to initialize that, right? Account, if this is null, we should create equals to new list of account. If you don't initialize like this, it throws the exception, null pointer exception, because by default it is null, right? If you are using that, then it throws the error. Now when I click on this button, it should do some functionality and search the records, right? For that we should have a function like as method, public void search. Giving search accounts. Okay, this is the method I'm giving. Now when I click on this search button, I might have the account name or account email. If both are not there, then I should throw the error message, right? So before that, I'm just checking that if string dot is blank of this and if both are there, right, string dot is blank, yesterday we have seen that. What is the syntax? Apex pages dot message new apex pages dot message of apex pages dot severity dot error, and here we should throw the errors. Please enter name or email or both. And once if there is an error, it should return, right? It should not execute other statements. So we are just returning. Add message. And here if both are there, or we might have given the both account name and email or any one of this. For that we should write the query like this. Okay, query should be like this: string query equals to select id, name, email, _c, phone from account. Okay, then where is the condition is done, but we don't know which condition we need it, whether account name is entered or email is entered, we don't know, right? If both are entered, we should filter using both, right? Let's say that what I'm trying is if string dot is not blank of ACC name, if this is not blank means there is some value. Clear? Now what I'm writing is query equals to query plus, it should where, if it is name it should use like that, name, okay, like you can use this one for the single quotes. This is the syntax: single quote ACC name. This is one. Okay, here it is. what happens is the query should form in the single quotes like this, right? From account where name like, it should be like this one, right? Percentage like as ACC. Okay, this one should use like here. Okay, so now here we are giving this one. CC name, or just remove that, we'll see. I will show that if there is an error, then we'll see that. Okay, what we are giving, if there is name, we are filtering with name. And again, else if string is not blank of email. Okay, it means they have not entered ACC name, but they entered ACC email. So we are using like this. Okay, this is forming the query. So else if, and before that what we have to do is if both are not null. Okay, if both are not null, right, we should use the query like this. Query equals to query plus name like this and email like this, right? This is the forming the query. What is this? Mismatched curly braces. Line number 27. String is not blank. This is done. Okay. Okay. Now 32 account search control. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. So once the query is found, then we should return these things. Let's say if accounts is, remove just accounts equals to, now we should use database dot query. Okay, we should not use directly the single quotes like that. I mean, we can use this SOQL, right? But this cannot be used here because this is in the form of string. Okay, so we should use this one. Now it returns the list of records. Okay, and simply return. Now, so this is just searching, right? When we give this some page and that account name and email, when you click on the search button, it returns these values. Okay, now let's see. Now build the Visual Force page for that. Account search page. Now controller equals to this now apex colon form apex colon page block. Here I am giving this title equals to search for account. Okay, now if you see here, I'm creating a table for this. Okay, inside this tr td account name. Here what I'm trying to do is I'm forming this as a table. Okay, this means this is one TD and this is one TD, so this is one another TD, so this is one row and this is one row, this is one row, this is one row. It means 1 2 3 4 rows should be here. So what I'm doing, TD name, and then here I'm using in this TD apex colon. Till now we used that input field, right? Now we should use input text. Okay, you see that lot of things are there. Input text area, input secret, file, field, and then this thing. We should use input text. Okay, why we should use the input text means input field can be used only for the subject variables. A subject variables means Salesforce object variable. If you are using any Salesforce object variable, then only you can use like that. But if you are using any apex variables, right, these are apex variables, right, then you should use that input text field. Okay, then here I have to give that value. See here, you should have the value equals to ACC name. Okay, the same way one more tier for this, and but we need this, right, TD, sorry, TR or here I am giving one more tier. Just copy this. Account email ACC email. Now finally, once this is done, we need one more tier, then td call span equals to 2 apex colon command button value equal to search, then action equals to so what is the method name? Search accounts. This should give here. Okay, once this is done, we should, I'm creating one more page block. Title equal to search results. Okay, we know that we can iterate using page block table, right? Page block table. Here you should use value equals to, we have accounts, right? Var equals to AC. Now here you can give apex colon column value equals to, we know that acc dot name. So here whatever the fields you used in the query, that we can use. Name, email, phone. We can also use here. Name, email and phone. Okay. Now let's try this. Account search. Page. Account search page. We know that we have lot of accounts with this one. I am giving that VF only. VF search query exception, expecting a column found VF, line number 31. Here, where is that? Line number 31. Now just debug query. How this is forming the query. Okay, that's why I told you that. So if I put that single quotes and everything, you might be confused. That's why I use that. Just try that now. Again, you will see what is the query formed. See here, it's came the error. Now let's go to the logs. In this log, this is the query, right? So it should not be like this, right? So it means this query should not be like that. We should use this query. See that, just take this query and put inside the query editor. If it works, then no issues, right? It giving the error, unknown error parsing. It means it should be in the single quote. Okay, remove it, just execute this. It is displayed. So we should give this single quotes, right? But single quotes are not allowed directly in this one. That's why we use this like this. Okay, now it gives the single quote here. Okay, and again we have this as well, right? Here also we should use single quote, and Here one single quote is required. Here also one single quote is required. Okay, this is one, and here also we should use like same way, single quote, again single quote. Okay, sorry, one more is required, this one. Here also we should use like this, single quote, again single quote. Now save this. Is there any errors? Which is not a valid apex identifier. Where is this? Okay, this is not required. Okay, now just try that. VF search, all records are came here. Okay, this is using the and why do I need to display? See, let's say if I use this, it came here, and there are no search results, but the table is displaying here. I mean, this block is displaying here, right? I should not display this record. I should not display this page here. Okay, when the records are there, then only I need this page. For that, what we can do is, let's declare one more variable called as public boolean display. I'm setting that set and get. Okay, so it would be by default display equals to false. Okay, when the records are there, then we are making it if accounts dot is empty. If this is not empty, it means if there are any records, I am making display equals to true. Okay, and we have one more attribute on everything is, let's say here, this is the page block table, right? Rendered. Okay, rendered means whether it has to display or not. I'm using display. Okay, now try to search this. Now that's not displayed here. Let's say I'm giving that. Okay, so there will be no records found. Click on save. There are no records found. That's why this is not displayed. But we don't know whether the accounts are found or not, right? Let's say VF search. Records are displayed now, and the page block is displayed. But when there is no records found, we should display some message, right? For that, what we have to do is let it be display 1. Else display equals to false. Okay, and again, if it is there is no records found, then let's have a message, right? We can have, just now we displayed public string message set and get. Now let's give that message equals to, or we can just say that instead of this one, displaying this, directly we can add one message like this: account, sorry, apex pages dot add message new apex pages dot message, and then apex pages dot severity dot, here confirm, error, fatal, info and everything there, right? You can give, this is the information, so that you can give like this: no records found, right? And then again here we need to display that message. How to display? Just apex colon apex page messages. Okay, now let's try this. No records found. Just a message. It's not a error, so it's not coming in the red color. Okay. Now let's try this. VF search. It's came. Okay. I'm giving that account email should be like test. 1, 2, 3, 4 records are there. If I click on save, search again, 2 records are there. Okay. Why it is? Just try. When I give the test, right, we have given the condition like account name should start with VF and account email also should start with test. So when we search it, what it is saying, test, it's starting these 2 letters, and VF is also starting 2 letters, I mean 2 records. When you click on this, those 2 only will be displayed. Okay, and when I give this something else different, it won't give you any records. Okay, this is about the search one. Okay, and just a minute, and see that here we have view state, right? What is the size here? 4.74 kilobytes, right? Its size should not exceed 135 KB. Okay, and here you can see that what is view state, it maintains all the components inside the Visualforce. Okay, see that expressions, and then here it is, these are the variables we use, right? And these are the list, boolean, all the variables and everything will take care inside the Visualforce. It maintains the state. Okay, so this is about the Visualforce page customization. Try this searching and everything. I will show you one website for that. Just a minute. Just use this website, Infallible Techie. This will give the lot of examples on the Visualforce page and Apex. See, search engine using Apex and Visualforce. Okay, they are searching for the member name and some other. It gives the results. Note down these websites. Slideshow using Apex and Visualforce. Lot of examples are there. Okay, if you see this one, and then in 40, Salesforce Apex data loader at download. This we have already seen that. Here, trigger for email notification. This is one example. How to send an email from the trigger when a record is inserted or something. It should write in the after triggers. Okay, lot of examples are there. And then field update. How can you do the field update? It should be in the before triggers. Before insert, before update, they have added this. So you can find lot of examples in this one. Let's see that. And in March, so here REST API and other things also there. Salesforce interview questions expected. See here, how to send an email public group using Apex. These are the interview questions. You just see them. Lookup filters, trigger.new and trigger.old, setup audit trial, approval process using Apex, and JavaScript code. And examples are here. When you see this, profiles and permissions. In 2013 and 14, you can see lot of examples on the Visualforce using scope clause in the SOQL. Try this one. I mean, you just go through this, you can find lot of examples. Okay, and then see that some of Visualforce, I have some. So this is also one more website, SFDC point. Okay, in this one you can see that lot of examples how to use the custom pick list in Salesforce. There is one example. Okay, and then import CSV file. Try this one. This is most important. Okay, a lot of things are there, and wrapper classes I will explain later. Error messages we have just seen that. Action status I will explain. Okay, and for them also you can just see that in 2014 they have written different things. Render as action status, action support. Okay, try on this, and again different websites, or this is also one website. Okay, and here you can find lot of examples on Visualforce. See, test visible, whatever we have discussed, lot of things will be there. We just try on that all the messages and everything. These three websites, try this, and then advanced examples we will see in the next class. Okay, so tomorrow and day after tomorrow we may not have class. Try all these things, Visualforce pages and everything. If you have any doubts, okay, note down them in your notebook and let me know on Monday. Okay, enough.